Did you know you can skip airport lines, get free food during delays, and avoid paying for checked bags, all without flying business class? Well, it is true, and that's why today we're talking about the easiest way to get the best airport experience. Because whether you're flying for work, going on vacation, or just trying to survive a long layover, the right credit card perks can completely change how you move through the airport, all the way from check-in to boarding. That's why I'm going to walk you through 5 airport problems that most Canadians just accept, and show you how to solve every single one of them using the right travel credit cards. And after watching this, you won't just save time and money at the airport, but you'll actually start to enjoy being there. So let's start with one of the worst parts of being at the airport, and that's long security line. At major airports, it's not uncommon to spend 45 minutes or more just getting through screening and customs. And if you're flying to the US, that process gets even longer and more stressful. But there's a surprisingly easy way to skip all of it and fast track your way through. Nexus is a trusted traveler program that gives you access to dedicated lanes and kiosks at security and customs. It's run jointly by Canadian and US border agencies, and it can save you hours of time every time you fly. Now, normally, applying for Nexus costs $120 and it's valid for 5 years. But if you have the right credit card, then you'll hardly need to pay out of pocket at all. For example, the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite automatically gives you up to $100 in Nexus fee credits every 48 months, and that applies to supplementary card holders too. And the CIBC Aventura Visa Infinite offers the same $100 rebate. For example, the American Express Platinum card gives you a $100 Nexus statement credit every 4 years, which is almost enough to cover the entire fee. Plus, other cards like the CIBC Aventura Visa Infinite and the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite offer the same perk. That means once you're ready to apply for Nexus, all you have to do is pay the fee with one of these cards, and then that credit will appear directly on your statement with no paperwork and no back and forth. It's one of the easiest ways to upgrade your airport experience so that stressful, slow-moving line disappears and you're through security in minutes, especially in busy airports like Toronto, Vancouver, or Montreal. So this isn't just a convenience, it's a built-in fast pass, and it comes included with the right card. Now, another part of the airport experience that most travelers just accept are the long, uncomfortable waits during delays or layovers. You're crammed into a noisy gate area with stiff seating, constant announcements, and barely enough space to put down your bag. Everyone's hovering over the same 2 power outlets, and the public Wi-Fi either doesn't work or blocks every app you want to use. You're tired, hungry, and still hours away from boarding, and somehow the trip hasn't even started yet. But again, there's an easy fix that most people overlook. And of course, I'm talking about airport lounge access, which turns a chaotic wait into a calm, comfortable break. Airport lounges offer comfortable seating, quiet places to work, and free food and drinks so you can reset before your flight. So instead of lining up for a $22 sandwich, you sit down to a real meal, or you just grab a drink from the bar. You're not fighting for space, you're recharging in every sense of the word. And just like with Nexus, having the right credit card gives you access to these airport lounges without needing to fly business class. Again, the American Express Platinum card gives you unlimited access to over 1,400 lounges worldwide through the Global Lounge Collection. So that includes Plaza Premium lounges, Priority Pass lounges, and American Express's own Centurion lounges. And it's all built into the card's annual fee, with no hoops to jump through and no lounge passes to buy. Then the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite Privilege also offers another option. You get unlimited access to Air Canada Maple Leaf lounges in Canada and the US, plus 6 Dragon Pass visits per year for other lounges worldwide. And additional cardholders also get the same lounge access as long as their Aeroplan number is linked to the account. The card does carry a hefty fee at $599, but if you fly Air Canada even a few times a year, then this could be worth your money. And if you prefer a more affordable option, then the Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite gives you 6 free lounge visits per year through the Visa Airport Companion program, which is powered by Dragon Pass. You just have to enroll through the app, and you can use those 6 visits however you want, whether that's for yourself or to bring in a guest. All of that is included with the card's $150 annual fee, and there's no foreign transaction fees either, which makes it one of the best value cards in Canada for frequent travelers. But with any of these cards, the upgrade isn't something you pay extra for, it's already built in. And so what used to be the worst part of travel actually becomes one of the most relaxing. You're no longer stuck wandering the terminal or fighting for a charging port. Instead, you're in a quiet space with free food, reliable Wi-Fi, and room to breathe, all because you're holding the the right credit card. Trust me when I say this is one of the easiest ways to turn airport chaos into comfort, and it sets the tone for your entire trip before you even board. But the airport experience isn't just about what happens at the gate, because the stress often starts earlier at check-in when you realize you're about to get charged $30 or $50 for a single suitcase. You thought you'd budgeted everything, but now you're shelling out $120 for your family's bags, or even more if you're connecting through multiple cities. And when you're already paying for seats, snacks, and airport food, those fees really start to sting. That's why one of the most underrated airport perks is the free first check bag, not just for you, but for your entire travel group. And several credit cards now include this benefit as part of their core offering. For example, when you book your trip with a card like the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite, you and up to 8 other travelers on the same Air Canada reservation get your first bag free up to 23 kilograms each. So that's hundreds of dollars you could be saving on a single trip, and the perk works every time you fly with Air Canada Rouge, or Air Canada Express, as long as you check in at the counter. And the WestJet RBC World Elite MasterCard offers the same benefit for WestJet flyers, a free first check bag for up to 9 people on the same reservation, as long as you're flying directly with WestJet and not a partner airline. So if you're traveling with a family, then this can add up fast. And then the American Express Aeroplan Reserve card includes the same set of perks as the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite, so free first check bag for you and up to 8 travel companions. And the key to all this is that this upgrade doesn't take any extra effort. There's no form to fill out, no status to earn, you just use the right card when you book your trip, check in at the counter, and the fee disappears. So this isn't a premium bonus. It's a simple, effective way to remove friction from your trip and make travel feel just a little easier. And once you've flown with this perk, you'll never want to go back. Now, even after you've made it through security and dealt with the waiting game, there's still one last mess to deal with, and that's boarding. You know how it is. The gate area gets crowded fast, people are squeezing past each other to line up, and if you're not quick, then the overhead bins fill up before you even board the plane. And next thing you know, you're gate checking your bag and fighting for a seat near the back. But again, this is something you don't have to put up with, because some travel credit cards actually let you skip all that chaos. With cards like the American Express Aeroplan Reserve or the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite, you get access to priority check-in counters and Zone 2 boarding on Air Canada. That's right after business class and elite members, so you're near the front of the line without needing any kind of status. You also get to check in at special counters, so no long lines, no slowdowns, just quick service from the moment you show up at the airport. You're not stuck behind 10 people fumbling with apps and suitcase zippers. You're already checked in, bags tagged, and heading straight to security or to the lounge. And when it's time to board, you're not stuck standing in a crowd waiting to hear your group. You're already on the plane with your bag up top, your seatbelt on, and your headphones in, while everyone else is still figuring out which row they're in. It turns the whole airport flow into something smooth. Less waiting, less rushing, and way less stress. And again, all because you booked with the right credit card. But let's say you've checked in early, boarded stress-free, and everything's going smoothly until it isn't. Because sometimes travel just falls apart. Flights get delayed, weather hits, something unexpected happens back home, and now you're scrambling to change plans. And when that happens, the costs pile up fast. Hotel rooms, rebooking fees, missed connections, meals at the airport, and hours on hold with customer service. But this is where the right card does more than just save you time. It saves your entire trip. With the American Express Platinum, you get up to $1,000 to cover hotel stays, meals, and essentials when your flight is delayed by 4 hours or more, even if you're flying economy. If your trip gets canceled for a covered reason, you're covered for up to $2,500 a person, and if it gets interrupted midway through, then you can claim up to $6,000 in non-refundable expenses just for booking with the card. And the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite Privilege works in the same way. It covers up to $1,000 in flight delay costs, plus $2,500 for cancellation, and $5,000 for interruption per person. So that's real protection built into your booking. Even RBC's Avion Visa Infinite Privilege comes through with some solid numbers: $1,500 for cancellations and $5,000 for interruptions per person. So what this means is you're not stuck eating vending machine snacks in a freezing terminal or paying out of pocket when a delay ruins your plans. So whether you're grounded by weather, illness, or just a missed connection, the right credit card gives you options. It turns a frustrating situation into something manageable and sometimes even comfortable. And this kind of protection is the difference between a ruined trip and a minor detour. And it's one of the easiest upgrades you can build into your travel routine without paying anything extra. So the easiest way to fix the airport experience isn't by spending more on flights. It's by choosing a card that quietly clears the path for you at every step of the trip. No upgrades, No hacks, just smarter choices up front that pay off every time you fly. And this is just one part of the game, because once you're actually spending money on flights, hotels, food, gas, the real question becomes, how many points are you earning for it? And that's where the next card strategy comes in, because some cards give you 1 point per dollar while others give you 5, and that difference adds up much faster than you'd expect. So if you want to see the smartest way to build points on autopilot and how to stack rewards without wasting a single dollar, watch this video next.